welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this dress. Someone sent it to me, so I think it's just the back part that is the problem, because the body is very easy to cut. It's just a half circle dress. So just like we normally do, first of all, this is just a piece of fabric. All I'm going to do is just fold it once to the end, and then I'm going to fold it the second time, and then I'm going to turn it around here and insert my measurements. So guys, I'm going to come down here, insert my shoulder measurement divided by 2. There's no particular spot, just wherever it fits. I'm going to also come in here, mark a straight line first, insert your shoulder divided by 2, which is, for me, it's 8. I'm going to come down, mark 1 inch of shoulder slope, and then from there I'm going to insert my armhole divided by 2, which is going to be about 9. So how you're going to calculate it is just your bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5. After that, I'm going to connect it all the way to the top, give it a curve here, and then I'm going to insert my bust divided by 4, which is 42 10.5, and then I'm going to insert at least 1.5 inch, 1 inch of seam allowance, half an inch of ease. You can even do 2 inches, it will be better, so it can save you some, so it will be free, you understand? So I'm going to just go ahead now from this point. I'm going to go from this point now and insert the length you want the dress to be. So wherever you want it to be, to your knee, or you can do 39, you can do 40, but don't forget to add your seam allowance. I'm going to go ahead and mark at 40.5 because I don't want it too long, and then I'm going to just keep moving my tape from this point. So guys, the next thing you're going to do is just to go ahead and cut. So I'm going to cut this out. So guys, after that, I'm going to come in here with my neckline. So I'm going to do 3 inches and then connect this 1 inch of shoulder slope that I marked here to this point. And then I'm going to do 1 inch of neck depth, connect it to this point, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. So I'm also going to cut out the armhole and split open the side. So guys, remember, if you marked your bust measurement and it's somewhere here now, let's say I marked my bust and it's somewhere here. After adding my ease, I still had some fabric left. You know, I just split mine open, but let's say you had some fabric left to the side here. After everything, all you have to do is just blend it in, just mark it and curve it into the side. You understand? So now I'm going to go ahead and remove one for my back and one for the front. You know, when you're working with Akara, the length for when you're making this type of dress, it will not be enough. So I'll still go back in and use my fabric to complete the length. But in the meantime, just forget about that, because this is not the purpose. The purpose of the video is just to show the back and the neckline, right? So we're going to just take one piece here. So let's say this is going to serve as our front, right? So what I'm going to do for the front neckline is just to come down by 3 inches. So I'm going to place it by this side. Remember, we've already taken away 1 inch. I'm going to go ahead and mark it up to 3 inches, right? And connect it here. So this is going to be my neckline for the front. The other one is going to be the back, but I'm going to first go ahead and add fabric to it, just to complete the length. Then I'll come back and show you guys how to cut it. So first of all, I'm just going to, so this is my front panel. Let me just set it aside. So you see this back panel now. I'm going to go ahead and cut out a piece of cloth. So guys, this is what it looks like at the moment. So you see, I've completed this one by just join your fabric to the end, and then use this as the use this to measure out the same length that you need and cut off the excess from it. So that's how I did it. So the next thing is just take out the front panel like I said before, and then this my back panel now. It depends on you the length you want it to be. So you're going to take it from the shoulder and then you're going to measure down to where you want the neck to stop. You can do 10 inches, it depends on you. So I'm going to do 10 inches down, and then I'm going to mark at least 3.5 down here, and then I'm going to just find a way to connect it. So like I said, 3.5 somewhere here, right? Just then use a ruler to connect it to the point, this top part here, and then give it a curve inside, almost like you're cutting an armhole, because you can't cut it square. So just like that, I'm going to cut from here all the way to the top. So guys, this is basically, so this is the fabric I want to use to join my own. This color here is what I'm going to be adding to my own. So all I have to do is just take it the way it is now, and then I'm going to cut depending on the length you want. But as you can see, the ruffle is quite short, so let's say I decide to do 3.5 inches, right? So I'm going to cut 3.5 inches of length here, sorry, of width. The length is just going to be round enough to go through your neckline. So you're going to take this here, measure round from your neckline here, measure what you have here. That's open up your fabric this way, take your tape and measure round from this part here all the way to the other part of the neck. Add it to whatever you get from this one here, also all the way to the other part. Whatever you get, you can do times 2.5 of that. That will be the length of what you need to make a pleat that will go around all of them together. So, and then the length, the width here is going to be about like I said, 3.5, so that I can use 1 inch to fold the edge and then 1/2 inch to join it to the body. So if I use 3.5, so that will leave me with 2 inches. So that means my ruffle length will be 2 inches when I'm done. So I'm going to cut 3.5 of width now. So guys, after that, I also cut out what I'll use for my strap. So this will be my strap, the strappy thing that came through the center. So guys, all I have to do now is just to go ahead, open this up. So guys, all you have to do first is just join the two shoulders together, and then you're going to take this here, starting from one side. If you want, you can start from one shoulder, but no, you're doing it in front, right? And then you're just going to take it this way. As you're sewing it, you're going to be pleating it all over the neckline. But before you do that, also go to your sewing machine and sew the edge of this here. Sew it down. You see, what I'm using here is cotton. Oh, okay, so you're going to fold it here just so that the edge is done before you now take it, place it. So let me show you how you're going to place it. So this is, you've joined the two shoulders together, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to sew it like this. Take it this way. You can start from one shoulder, you can start from one side. After you've joined the two together, take it from this edge here, and then you're going to start to plait it down here. You see, just like this, almost like you're making a gather. Round, round, round. As you're going, you're sewing. You see, this is the right side of my fabric, this is the right side of the cloth. The wrong side is facing the right side here, right? So I'm going to take my sewing machine and just sew it as I'm coming down here, all the way, like this, like this, like this, until I get to this point here. Moving over to the front, the same thing. I'm going to be pleating it, pleating it, pleating it. That's why I said join the two shoulders together, and then you do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do mine and bring it back so that you guys can see. And also, you're going to go ahead and sew this part too. So this is going to serve as the strappy thing that you're going to tie. So you see, fold it into two this way and then fold it again and sew it down. You're making something that looks like a rope. So guys, this is what mine looks like. As you can see, I've joined it all over to the back. So if you want, you can reduce your length if you feel like, but you can do, instead of 3.5, you can do 3 inches, right? It just depends on what you want. So guys, the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and cut my sleeve and add to it, right? I'm going to cut the sleeve for this, but in the meantime, you're going to cut your bias that you're going to use for this. So you're just going to take the bias, fold 1/2 inch on this. So guys, what I have here is about 1.75 or so as the width. So basically, you're going to go ahead, fold almost less than 1/2 inch, just fold the edge of this side, fold the edge of this other side, and then fold it into two. just like how you have your bias. Then you're going to take this, but in the meantime you're going to cut off some of the excess and notch it, right? And then you're going to just take this here and place it in between. But remember that whatever you're using as your bias is going to be cut on, like you're going to cut it as a bias, not cut it like straight. You're going to cut it in such a way that the fabric will have some stretch to it. You're not cutting it following the line. So that's just what you're going to do. Cut this, and then you're going to sew it all the way around, you see, all the way till you get to the other side at the back, until you come back to this point. And another thing is that from under your armhole, you see where my armhole is, from this point down to like 10 inches on a smaller person or taller person, maybe 9 inches, you're going to go ahead and insert a pocket that will have an opening of 6 inches here. I've already made several videos on how to attach a pocket. You're just going to sew one side of it to this side, one side of it to this side, and then close up the top, close up the bottom. You have a pocket here. So I'm going to insert a pocket to the sides, just 10 inches below your armhole, from the curve here, 10 inches down from that point. So for my sleeve, this is what I'm working with here. You can see. So this fabric is on a fold. This is it here. Is on a fold. So I'm cutting the two sleeves at the same time. So I'm just going to fold it into two. And then I'm going to, because it's like a puffy sleeve, right? So what I'm going to do, it depends on you, the length you want to work with. So I have 18 inches here. I don't want a lot of puffiness to it. So I'm just going to come down by, let's say, 1 inch or 1 inch or 1.5 inches. Come down here, and then I'm going to insert my 4 inches of cap height. And then on this line now, I'm going to just draw in my normal basic sleeve from this point here. Not to the top, but at the point where you mark that 1.5, find halfway through this line, give it a curve below, and then the curve above is just, now the curve above is going to come up to this point. This is how you mark your puffy sleeve, right? Every other thing, I'm going to leave it straight like this. And then you're going to remember to add at least, so you're going to add 1.5 to the top, just so you can get this puffiness at the top. And then at the bottom part, you're going to add at least 2 inches so that you can make a casing for your elastic, and also room for the puffiness. Because you know, when making a puffy sleeve, you never use the exact length for the sleeve. You add a few inches just so that it can have that puffiness with the length, you understand? So let me go ahead now. All I have to do is just to cut from this point here, and then I have the two sleeves. I'm going to join it to the body of this dress. So guys, you see, I also made 2 ropes that I'm going to tack down to this once it's done. So you're going to make 2 of this here, one coming from one side and one coming from this side, and then one coming from the other side to tie at the center back. So you might just come down at least 2 inches from your shoulder and insert it, 2 inches from your, like 2 inches from the shoulder slope and insert it down there, 2 inches from the side, or you can do 1.5 depending on you. So I'm just going to go ahead now, insert my sleeve. As I'm coming down, I'm using a lining for my pockets because I don't have any more fabric. I'm going to insert the pocket down there. And then once I get to the end, I'm going to close it up, fold the edge of the cloth, and that will be it. So guys, this is it here. You see, I've joined it. Guys, like I said, you're going to put this in form of a bias, and then I've finished here, pass elastic through the casing, and then sew it close on the side. So this is what the front looks like. Then you see the back here. Like I said, you're going to, it depends on you. You can come down 2.5 or 2 inches, or anywhere you feel will fit better. And then you're going to tie this at the back. This will help hold the shoulder together too, not just for fancy. So this is it here. So you see the back. This is where I joined that. That's the line where I joined it, but you can't tell. So that's basically it here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.